You truly miss that person and are either searching for someone else or struggling to decide who to go with. You know what to do to get a relationship going again, but most people do things that don't work. Wrong, because people who try too hard to show how they feel end up pushing. If this sounds familiar, you are not the right person. If you pursue someone when they're making a concerted effort to capture your attention, or if they're too straightforward to get, it's a one-way relationship. In the game of love, you find yourself lost in their gaze. Control isn't what brings people together. Self-control is what the Greek Stoics were all about. Living in a world full of wonder and freedom is indeed the same idea. Whatever teaches us how to deal with pain and rise above life's chaos can also teach you how to. It's not about people. It's not about mind games. Get someone into your life, or trickery. It's about picking a strong frame of mind so that people are drawn to you. Stoic tactics aren't about putting on a show to impress someone. They're about being cool and collected about life with such strong faith and a clear sense of purpose that you become irresistible. People find it difficult to avoid you when no one else is around. Feel strong because you are aware of your identity and are committed to it. People want to be a part of your life. You radiate such strong energy, so today we're going to discuss how to harness this energy. Follow these classic rules to win their love without losing yourself in the process. To share this movie, click the like button below to demonstrate your support. Are you ready to take charge? Be yourself and find love the right way. Don't waste time. Time on moves that don't help, like floods, playing hard to get, or sending words that aren't long-term, showing that they don't plan ahead because they're scared. Imagine approaching life with a stoic, calm, and confident approach. Take care of your emotions and don't let others tell you how to be happy. Now, consider the potential changes in your relationship with the person you wish to depict. Is there something that makes you different? Why don't you chase them like everyone else? Why do you appear so composed and unaffected by their lack of interest in you? If you stop trying to make people love you and focus on improving, people will notice you. It happens not because you're trying, but because of magic. You need to pay attention to. The most important thing here is that you are in charge of yourself. You must be so attractive that someone can't help but fall in love with you. Your actions and behavior draw others to you and compel them to move toward you. And how much energy you give off before we jump in. Leave a comment below with the words on their Think About Tomorrow page. The comment is succinct and concise, capturing the essence of your thoughts. It will be interesting to see how many of you are still there. Welcome to the game. Today, I will demonstrate how to use strong, stern tack ideas that will grab their attention and prove your worth. Stoic, which means I love you, is the first thing everyone says. We need to demonstrate to independence the type of magic that can be achieved. Independence. If you ask me, this peaceful freedom is what makes people pause and think about what's going on. Freedom is more than just being able to be alone or not do anything. Getting along with other people isn't just about doing things by yourself. Being emotionally and spiritually free means having a deep understanding of who you are. Never let others bring you happiness or peace. They don't come from them. You might be thinking that this won't make them fear you even more. I promise that if I leave, they'll think I'm not interested and move on. You can't lose someone if you cease making them the primary focus of your life. In independence, they don't say, I don't care. However, in the center of your world, they find themselves drawn in. It says, I'm safe in you. Do you realize that people are drawn to happy individuals? Don't rely on other people to make you happy. Think about it. Who is more someone beautiful who texts you all the time and wants to know if you like them, or someone who is happy and sure of you? When you're in charge, you don't need everyone's support, because if you act okay with or without them, they'll want you. With you, most people are used to having someone chase after them and need constant praise because they value. Take a moment to think about how different you are from those people. This occurs when you're attempting to meet someone new and everyone else is constantly trying to impress them. There, but not you, because you're busy living your life. If you do show up, it might not go well. You're free to hang out with friends, go to the gym, do your hobbies and work. You don't need to check your phone every 5 minutes out of worry. They can't help but think about you and ask why they aren't with you. They're chasing everyone, including me. What makes them different? When they are excited, they want something because they can see it. Whether they see you as important or as someone who has changed when you feel like you want to be with someone, but they're pulling away, most people get scared. They draw nearer and intensify their pursuit, but you remain confident in your ability to repel them. Being alone and giving them room sends a strong message that I'm happy with or without you. I promise that when they get your attention, they'll start to wonder if you chose the wrong person. Does that mean you should? Silence does not mean talking or paying attention to them. Independence is about finding a balance. You're not going anywhere. After you, but on your terms, doesn't make them go away. It draws them back to you because they perceive you as a confident individual. They can take care of things on their own. This could be hard at first. Tell the person you like about yourself if you're stubborn and unmovable. But here's what you should do. Trying to constantly show someone how valuable you are will only make them value you less. Being separated doesn't mean you don't love them. It simply means you don't give your love and care to everyone, and when you do, you give it to the right person. You only tell people you care about when you don't want to. It's important to get their okay. A wonderful quote by a Stoic comes to mind. Our wastefulness, not our time, matters. We waste our time and minds when we chase after something. Area to pay attention to people who should be growing. Please come meet us instead of, if you're running away, don't waste time following someone who should be after you. Do you have time for this before you talk to someone new or after they've stopped talking to you? First, fill your own cup. Spend money on yourself to fill your life so little matters if they're there. You should start that hobby you've been putting off more than your job. Regardless of the situation, strive to improve your friendships and improve yourself. Before you try to meet someone new, make sure your life is full and important. As soon as they pay attention, don't drop everything and leave them. You stand out if you live your life without trying too hard. When you're with someone, stay away from them, give them space, and let them know that you're okay without 24/7 attention. Many people admire and show interest in you, but what if it proves challenging for you? If you're afraid someone will leave, you should know that pulling away can make them leave. If they leave, it's because they weren't worth your time, so don't worry about them. They shouldn't be there just because you beg them to pay attention. You want someone who cares about you. I'm committed to working hard for you and meeting you where you are. You know what? The right person will step up. The main point is don't worry about people seeing you if they're afraid your freedom will make them stay. Do not chase after them. Real appeal is about being strong. Marcus Aurelius said that giving them was the best thing you could do to make yourself happy. What people miss when they're not with you changes based on how you think, so change the way you think. Be enough without them and show them your life outside of them. In order to get them to come closer, you need to give them freedom. Finally, close your eyes, inhale deeply, and utter a brief sentence. To help you stay in this frame of mind, tell yourself, I'm done chasing. Let it sink in and become your truth. When you're ready, take that away. Make a statement below and inform everyone that once you've completed your pursuit, you will, being strong in your independence, is where your real power lies. The second rule is to communicate with others in a less formal and more open manner. Let's discuss a common goal that most people strive to achieve. They do everything wrong, talking all the time, giving reports, and, to be honest, revisiting everything and reliving every thought isn't enjoyable. To be honest with you, that talk shouldn't be about how. The less you say, the more you should focus on improving the situation. If you continue to text someone, consider calling them to inform them of your progress. About things that bother them, you appear worried. And when you show signs of, there is someone waiting by the phone for them to say something, and that makes them feel stuck. If you want them to fall in love with you, push them away. How do I explain this? It doesn't mean no, it means just enough to keep them interested. You talk to them and write them a well-thought-out letter, instead of, there are numerous aspects of their lives that bring them joy. People are drawn to you because it's not always easy to get in touch with you. People value hard-to-get things this way. If you're always in their face, there's not being strange or interesting. They wouldn't want to know more about you. It's fun when you talk to someone instead of texting them a lot. I want them to figure out why they aren't texting me. I'm consistently intrigued, which is why I'm eager to learn more from them. They claimed that curiosity is what makes people interesting, but Epictetus disagreed. We should listen more than we speak, since we only have one mouth and two ears. It's also true that what you say isn't about being the most important person or the one who speaks. Remember that being careful about what you say is the most important thing. Putting something behind it and giving them time to reflect when you leave some space is what Al is used to, miss you and want more of you. Is silence strong? Let's say you do. When people met someone new, they sent text messages repeatedly to keep the conversation going. If you don't stop for a second, people in the chat are afraid they'll lose interest. However, it's not necessary for you to do so. If you send a message, make sure it says something good or interesting. Take some time to relax. If they don't answer right away, don't worry. Just wait a little while longer. To fill in the blanks, your words evoked memories of you. Make the most of the quiet. Let's say you're in when... If your date seems uninterested, you might text them again, ask how they're doing, and talk more to close the gap. But here's the thing. People who live far away need space, not more stress. Less is more in this case. This approach also works. You send a thoughtful letter and check in, but then give them space and don't call or text them over and over. This indicates to them that you're not interested in their company. That kind of faith occurs when you have their attention and are comfortable with the space between you. This bond is stronger than all the texts combined. I know it's scary to leave. Thoughts. What if I don't text? I'm sure they won't remember, right? People tend to remember those who don't talk too much because they are rarely heard. Even when you're not prepared to stand out, you become the person people think of. Your absence may cause people to miss you and wonder what's wrong. When they do, you should answer. Provide a thoughtful response that aims to strengthen your relationship with them rather than just filling the void. Let's make it funny. This isn't like fishing. You don't catch any fish. When you throw a 100-ton rod all at once, you hook the line, throw it in, and wait. When you converse with someone, it's important to avoid over-talking. Instead, you send a word and then let them respond. Let the hook sit and let the fish come to you. Avoid hastily adding more lines to the water. Wait for them to bite when they're ready. Think about it. You're like a sleek. Imagine a concise and impactful advertisement for a luxury car that inspires men to purchase one. You desire another mind-blowing advertisement that never ceases, and you understand why. It doesn't have to be that way. Your car speaks a lot about you. You don't have to say it over and over again. How do you apply the principle of less is more in your work? When you want to send a thank you note to someone you know well or who you just met, send a text message, but don't think, do we need to talk about this? Does it add anything to the conversation? Filling in the blanks isn't adding worth. Trust the power of what you've already done. Done. Give them time to answer if they don't get back to you right away. Don't be afraid to reach out, but be careful how you answer every time. Marcus Aurelius said you can control your thoughts, but not the world. Become aware of this and you'll find strength. Use this in your conversations and you will find strength. Yes, you can fail. You can't change what they say or how fast they answer, but you can change how you do things. The third element that contributes to your strength is engaging in conversations with others. If there's one, that's it. Strong feelings are what will make you stand out. People are quickly more. You can get through life's ups and downs with the help of mentally stable people. If you want someone to love you, you must endure good times and bad without always breaking down. They want to see that you can deal with tough situations while staying mentally stable. It not only makes people believe you more, but it also shows what it means. What makes you sure of yourself, not letting outside events shake you. Being mentally stable does not require you to be emotionally detached. Being emotionally stable means being able to feel your emotions without having them take over. When things go wrong, they will force you to comply. Don't freak out. Stress doesn't cause you to lose your cool, throw a tantrum, or send numerous texts. Be stoic in how you answer and how you act. Be calm and careful. Think about how you're trying to draw someone new and something happens at the start that could lead. If they become upset, it might take them longer to respond. You could defend yourself if they suddenly change their minds or say something that the majority of people would agree with. Mode. Or if they think about this too much, are they losing interest? Should I talk about my mental health? I don't want to display fear or undermine the stability of our relationship. But you should take a deep breath, think about what's going on, and stay cool. They can tell that you're cool because you didn't overreact or let fear decide what you should do next. Being able to handle stress well shows that you believe in your own mental power. It's something that people will be interested in because it's so uncommon in today's world, where everyone's feelings are often shown in the wrong way. Let's assume that your dating relationship is not going well. Start to feel tense because there's a fight or mental space. And the last thing, if you respond, you want to avoid becoming emotionally unstable and allowing it to happen. Talk based on how you feel. If you act quickly, things will get worse. But if keep calm, you can fix it and prove you're more than just a partner knows they can rely on you when things are going well. Seneca once stated that it's not about what you do. Things that happen to you don't mean as much as how you handle them. How you deal with things is a big part of mental health. Relationships will have problems when you give them problems. But your power comes from whether you let your emotions win when those things happen. Look at the steps you can take right now to make your life better. If you want to be more mentally stable, start by taking responsibility for how you act when you're angry. If you're scared or angry, stop, breathe, and think before you move. This is the place to go if you want to understand the difference between acting without thinking and acting smart. There are places where you can calm down and demonstrate your ability to deal with stress. If the person you're texting takes longer than usual to answer, don't send the message. Send them another text message right away and ask if everything is okay. Is okay, or why they haven't replied yet. That's just your stress talking. Wait and remind yourself that the reason they're taking so long to reply is because they value you. Then move on with your life. Today, the calmness you show shows that you're not easily upset, which makes people respect you. Small things can divert your attention, so consider solutions carefully. People who are calm don't think about what went wrong. Instead, they think about, if you're in a relationship and there's a fight, don't get upset and blame the other person. Instead, think about how to make things better. Focusing on what's wrong with other people is not helpful. Instead, ask yourself what's right. How can we move beyond this method of problem solving? What's the answer? If you improve rather than fight, your partner will see you as more mature. We need to work on our mental health together to stay steady. We cannot always take things personally. We consider what someone says or does against us, but not their actions. Sometimes it's their fault, not yours, when someone is being cold, or don't let what someone says bother you right away. Instead, try to move on. To see things from their point of view while being mentally stable. It means not letting someone else's behavior or mood change how you feel and how you live your daily life. You won't always get what you want in life, whether you're trying to meet someone new or keep in touch with an old friend. It's important that you always do it the same way. If you stay calm and focused on getting the answer, you'll get stronger emotionally. It's as simple as that. People fall in love with those who can handle problems without losing their composure. To be honest, life is not always simple, and there are times when your emotions become overwhelming. What to do? Remember that being emotionally stable doesn't mean hiding how you feel. Seeing them means you can go for a walk, leave the place, or write. Write anything in a journal to distract you from your tasks. Here's an insightful quote from Marcus Aurelius. You have control over your mind. Not what's going on around you. Know this, and you'll be strong. Being mentally stable means you can keep your thoughts in check and not let outside things shake you up. When the world tries to shake you, close your eyes and say, I am. Let those words of support sink in. You'll stay strong when things get tough. Once you're ready, having the power and being mentally stable is the key to getting what you want. It says, I am unshakable. Let the world know that you are strong, calm, and in control. Charge 4. Keep yourself busy. No one is interested in someone who doesn't have much going on if you just wait for someone to notice. You're right. They'll lose interest quickly. This is one of the most effective methods. If your life is so fun and interesting that it inspires others to aspire to be like you, someone will love you. This is partly because it keeps you occupied and away from chaos without rushing or lacking a plan, but in a way that makes you happy when you've lived a full life by. It's clear that you don't need anyone to kill you because you're already living your best life. Make sure you are confident in yourself, as this is what inspires people to fall in love. Similar to you, I gravitate towards individuals who possess a strong will and actively pursue their own goals. Don't just wait for them to notice you. You already have a full life. Goals and events in life. Think about what someone might say if they see that you're always busy with important things, like work. People will begin to show interest in your hobbies and wonder what makes the things you do for fun or with friends so special. Why do they always do fun things? That's why wonder is. This is crucial because it enhances your appearance without requiring any effort on your part. That's because you shouldn't make yourself too accessible if you're occupied. Being available is not the same as always being available. Being constantly prepared sends the wrong message. Message saying you have nothing else going on, which is annoying. But when the fact that you can't always drop everything for someone makes them value you more and makes you feel good. Your time is valuable. And guess what? They will begin to recognize the value of your time. I want to show you how to meet someone new without calling or being first. Answer: when you're living your life, such as when you're at the gym, you don't have time to work on a side project. Hang out with your friends. Be there for them always, and they'll miss you and wonder what's up. As soon as possible, if you're already in a relationship and things are going well, get in touch. This rule can provide guidance if you're feeling stuck. It also helps people who are in relationships or who have lost themselves. Don't let this happen to you. Stop following their own goals and interests. Keep yourself busy and interested in the things that you enjoy doing. Your partner will remember why they picked you if they see that you're always growing and changing. People who are already interested in you will want to stay in touch with you. Someone who is always going somewhere. But let's be clear. Being busy doesn't mean schedules aren't as important as doing things just because you can. You should dedicate your time to meaningful tasks. No matter your goal, do these things and learn something new. You can work on your fitness while you're at work or with friends and family. The time you spend should be worth it. If you find it difficult to maintain a busy schedule, consider the following strategies. Be small and focused on one or two things that really interest you, whether it's a sport or a book. If you want a fun and satisfying life, you should find something creative to do. You can work on yourself or the other person. Here's a humorous thing. It's easier to get someone to love you when you don't try as hard. Aristotle said that the best way to be content is to attract the right kind of people. When you're trying to plan your life with important things to do, what kinds of thoughts come to mind? Try to achieve your goals instead of pleasing others. Love that kind of energy. Close your eyes for a moment and declare, live a meaningful life that brings you happiness and at the right time. Someone will discover you independently, and that energy will draw you in. When you're ready, affirm to yourself, comment, I live. With a goal. Demonstrate to the world your commitment to personal development and being a part of a life worth living involves 5 key components. Be present, but avoid being overly present. Okay, everyone, let's talk about how hard it is to find the right balance between you need to be effective at this line between being present and needy if you want someone to fall in. Love you without feeling overwhelmed. Being present means participating in and being interested in the present moment. But being needy will only make them want to leave. So what do you do before this balance can be found? You need to know that being with them should make their life better, not worse. Even worse, you're not free when you're there. You're just following along. Showing respect means more than just answering carefully and being interested. Being there for them when they need you takes up time and freedom. Let me show you how to make it happen. They know it's important without being too much or making them feel like you need to connect with them all the time as in real life. Imagine you've just met someone and there's a lot of energy between you. Please jump in. I am constantly sending texts, calls, and notes to maintain the conversation. You demonstrate your interest and engage in constant conversation, but they don't reciprocate. It's important to allow them the space to miss you and turn to you. You should act as a calming presence amidst the chaos. Show that you're interested without trying too much to get their attention. This makes you intriguing enough that if someone is interested in spending time with you without being excessively involved, let's assume that you are already dating someone. Most people experience a sense of distance when they are lonely. Wish I could text or call for more care, but being present without requiring anything can be beneficial rather than exerting more effort. This gives both of you a chance to calm down and get back in touch. When you're alone, you do your hobbies. While talking to others, real love intentionally maintains the relationship and frequently reignites the spark. Seneca once said that being content shows that you have grown and respect yourself. Don't worry about what will happen in the future. Just enjoy the moment. It's excellent guidance on maintaining equilibrium and fully embracing the current moment. You can enjoy being with someone without becoming dependent on them. This is called not getting lost. You can add fun elements to them to make them more realistic. Picture yourself as a strong person. Wi-Fi and always available, but you don't send out all the time that could lead to problems. This way, you can connect when it matters without any issues. They value your appearance and how simple it is for you to use all of their bandwidth. Add this to your message to connect with them without making them feel weighed down. Whether you're looking for a new partner or trying to keep a relationship going strong, you need to know yourself. Controlling your hearing to start setting healthy limits for it is a skill that you can learn. You should really know when to speak up and when to hold back. Ed is genuinely interested in what they have to say without attempting to fill every void. Anywhere you look, fewer but more important friends are better than more of them. When you do reach out, make it count by talking to people or being nice, but let's be honest, admittedly, it can be challenging at times. You might worry that taking a step back will, if you don't connect or lose interest. Give each other space and respect. If you feel like you're being too present, remember why you're doing this task. It's not to play. Marcus Aurelius said it was best to build a healthy, balanced life. What keeps people from acting is a connection where both people feel free and valued. What keeps them from acting? Use the job of staying balanced to help you. Finally, close your eyes and take a deep breath. This is your last strong statement. Breathe deeply and affirm, I am present, not needy. Let that help you find. The balance lies in giving your all without holding on. When you're ready, leave your affirmation below. Demonstrate your ability to be present by choosing to be present rather than relying on others. You're not desperate because people gravitate towards you when you're present and active. Worth both link and space. Why number 6 is easy for other people to find on. Let's face it, social media is a social website. Whether you're looking for a new partner or just want to hang out with friends to keep an old relationship going strong, what you do matters. Things that happen online can join the mastery of social media, where less is more. More importantly, each post, like, and review sends a message. Here's how it works. About your every move all the time, giving out too much personal information, or filling someone's feed with it. Paying attention is a big turn-off. You want to make it seem mysterious and interesting instead of scary. When you understand social media, you can get people interested in your life. What does someone who is picky and sure of what they share do? This makes people interested in what you have to say. Can't see everything. If you always tell everyone everything, what's the fun in that? If you're smart, people who read your posts will think that you're interested. Having a good time without giving away too much, they'll look at your picture. That's the magic of it. They want more, not because you're in their face. If you want to master social media, I'm not asking you to stop writing, engaging with others, discussing your methods, and sharing moments in your life that demonstrate your busy schedule are all important. I am having fun and growing as a person at the same time. Being too accessible on social media is like being too available in real life. Having clear rules and being excited, just like when you're trying to meet new people, is crucial. People don't like or comment on every post, so stay involved. Low-key but important, and if you're in a share, happy times are good, but don't make your story seem like a highlight reel of your life's best moments. To share too much can hurt a friendship by giving the other person the making them think you're too eager to show your friendship in public. Keep some things between you and them. Sienna once said that the biggest thing that builds trust and friendship is time. We all possess the positive qualities that others have to offer, and incorporating these qualities into our daily lives is effortless. People won't value you based on how often or how much you post online. What will make people value you? Is this your real life? I want to be a part of yours, but it's hard. Do not post all the time. Instead, aim to post less frequently, but consistently. Think about it and try to live in the present instead of writing down every moment, which makes it more real. There will be more events and less online posting. Let's finish this up and take a moment. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and repeat the phrase. Let that sink in for a while. When you're ready, leave that in the comments. You can use mantras to let the world know that you know how to use social media wisely and are confident in yourself. If there's one thing that will help, it's to be honest on the internet. Being authentic is crucial for always looking good. There are filters, highlight reels, and people gravitate toward those whose personalities are genuinely real in the world. You connect with them because you're genuine, not because you're striving for perfection. That's the real power of being. Being honest all the time means being yourself, flaws and all, and letting that be. You don't need to put on a show to win people over when you're genuine. If you want to get someone's attention, you don't have to. Pay attention. Don't act like someone you're not. Know who you are, and believe me, people are drawn to those who are content with who they are. They feel safe around real people because they know what they see is what they get. Obtaining approval from others is also a part of this process. What other people think is beautiful doesn't matter to you. It's cool that you're living your life the way you want to. Freedom makes people happy. They'll want to be with you because they can tell you're not trying to please everyone or get praise. Being real is what makes you unique and is the key to real connections, not just when you meet someone for the first time, you might feel a bond on a basic level. To lie or hide parts of yourself that you know they don't want to hear. A true lover will love you as you are. Some people are afraid that you might not meet their wants. Let people connect with the real you when you're being yourself, not the you're fabricating a story to gain people's approval, and those bonds are stronger and deeper. Since being honest in a relationship is just as important as being honest in a friendship, people are more likely to change into someone else because they believe their partner wants them to, even though they really want to be themselves. Being honest with your partner is wonderful because it shows that you value what makes you different. That's what strengthens a relationship. But let's face it, being honest, being real means being honest and knowing that not everyone will agree with you all the time. It's okay if they don't like or agree because you're honest. People who should be people who aren't meant to be in your life will leave. That's the reality. Marcus Aurelius said that being true to yourself brings beauty into your life. The right spirit has stopped arguing about what a decent man should be like. Don't think about how to act so that someone will like you. Just be. Be yourself completely and without shame. Let's sign this and take a moment to relax. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and say the phrase, always ground. Say to yourself, I am real in my truth, and then drop that. When you're ready, always be honest and let everyone know when you're done. See you in the comments. You're not acting to gain attention, you're here for real, and that's important. What about you? What makes you so appealing? Finally, remember this. Being honest. Being mentally stable and taking charge of your own life is crucial for success. Do what you want to do next. Use what you've learned and add a sentence. I promise to always tell people when I'm done with games, and if you enjoyed this movie, please click the like button and ensure that you join to receive more. Important, don't forget to tell someone today that they need to hear this. Stay strong and true to yourself. I'll see you in the next video.